Okay, good news, everyone. Welcome to Booking with Bae. So, booking with me is super simple. All you have to do is click my booking link, which is prominently displayed on my Instagram. And you just click that link and you select the time 30 minutes or an hour for the reading. I get sent the notification, I confirm, I call you at your specific time. Before you know it, doing a reading, you're all enlightened and we're moving forward with our lives. The only other thing that I think needs explanation is that when you're booking a video, the time that you choose is more so the deadline. So if you booked a video reading on a Tuesday, let's say it's Tuesday, and you want a reading for Friday, you would go ahead and book that reading on Tuesday, and I'll have it ready for you on Friday. Whereas, like, if you booked a video reading on Friday, it's a gambit of my schedule and if I'll be able to have it to you that same day. So there's that, and there's that, and there's the animal readings, which some of the readings are text messages where it's like I'll just text you the message. For SMS message readings, it's more so like, okay, I want to have a reading with you at 5 p.m., and that means that I'll be prominent and punctual to your responses and to your messages at 5 p.m. on that specified date. Um, I also have this option of becoming a bae where it's like you take your favorite tarot card and a picture of yourself, and I send it to this artist to create kind of like an artist's rendering of your tarot-based self. Which the deadline on that, I guess, really depends on the artist. So there's a lot of variables here. As much as I am very much like hurry up and buy and like like, let's get this over with type of energy. Whereas like other spiritual people are into the whole like slow down, meditate, which I am about the slow down and meditate. But I also understand how like when you're fixed into the matrix, you don't always have time for that. And the only way it's like a rat race. It's like Frogger being on the highway. So it's like the only way that we can free ourselves into a space of hanging out by the river and floating on a log. I don't know why Frogger keeps coming to mind. Um, is getting off the highway first, right? And that takes quick tarot readings and going the right direction and making decisions when you don't necessarily have all the time to do so. So enough about Frogger. So yeah, so you just click my link. You select your time or video, phone call, whichever. This is about the quality of the phone call. I'll usually have like some type of sleep noises in the background, usually country sounds, because waves sound like static. And recordings. So I can record my part of the conversation in a video. So I could even do like a double phone video thing for you at a premium, of course. And I've recorded the readings over the phone before in the past. It's just that like, the email files are super large, so that's why I'm like, you should just get a video. I think a video is like the best. Like if I were you, I would just book a video. And it's not because like it's not like I don't want to hear you speak. It's more so just like I know that you're gonna argue for your limitations and I can't stand to hear it. You know what I mean? I do it too. I do it for myself all day. Like, trust me, 20 hours out of the day, I'm like negative affirmation, negative affirmation, negative affirmation until I'm like switching my mind to be like, okay, well, I need to do my positive affirmations at least twice a day, at least 3 times a day. I need to watch content that has positive, life affirming qualities. So even if you do, and like I've told people before, if you don't have the time to meditate, even taking the time to listen to me rant about the beauty of your future for 20 to 40 minutes could be beneficial. You know what I mean? And my thing is like I'm so gun ho about spreading my message that at first I did readings for free, but the problem with free readings is that there's no respect on either side. So the free reader isn't really into it, you're not really into it, there's no stakes, you know what I mean? And then I did like what I called affordable readings, but that's the same issue is that like, if you're selling people their fortune for $20, they're not going to believe it, and they're just going to sink right. And then what's the problem with them not believing it is that they go back and revert to their like larva form, their lowest vibration. And so why am I so gun ho about spreading my message and doing tarot for people and whatever, whatever, is that I don't want to be in a society filled with maggots. You know what I mean? I don't want a bunch of larvae running around. I'd rather live in a society filled with, like, a good cycle, a good balance, good infant mortality rates, larvae and beautiful butterflies. Beautiful butterflies and moths dancing around, because there's no genetic difference between butterflies and moths. Uh, and so that's just like my world. Even if I'm a caterpillar doing readings for butterflies, I'd rather live in a world of butterflies. Or even more so, a world where butterflies aren't masquerading as caterpillars, right? Because they refuse to evolve. So what does booking with Bay really do? What do my readings really do? It's not a coaching course. It's not a class. I'm not going to give you a certificate, but I think it helps you evolve. It's almost like these tarot cards. It's almost like a moonstone. You go from that one baser codependent entity of yourself into the next free flowing independent form. you know, you might be stuck. You might be stuck in a position where you're like, well, I'm willing to wait for this person to come back, but are they ever going to come back? And I do my little cards, and I'm like, nah, sis, you ain't coming back. Okay, so you just go ahead and move forward. It's sad, but it's a relief. You know what I mean? Like, you could be missing somebody who's overseas. You could be missing somebody who like went off to war. And all your days are wrapped up in preparing the house for them to come back, or thinking about what you're gonna do when they come back to you. When you really should be thinking about your next love affair, because that person ain't coming back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's booking with Bay. And I'm just like, I do these videos because I'm really just shit to talk to. Like, I don't have good social skills. I'm a tarot reader, for God's sake. So it's like, if I'm not channeling Jehudi, if I'm not channeling King Yam, if I'm not talking through the cards, I'm like, you don't want to talk to me. I'm just some joker off the street. You know what I mean? But when I'm channeling, even myself, I'm like, I don't want to listen to myself when, like, I have my cards in my hand right now. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do a reading about like what people need to know about booking with me, because I'm like, unguided. My mouth knows nothing. Okay. So that's booking with Bay. This video has been 10 minutes. I hope I covered everything. I probably didn't. Uh, you know, um, catch you guys in my next video. Bye.